Over 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And the Philadelphia Eagles.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. First down, Dallas.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. We get our first look now at Carson Wentz and this Philadelphia Eagle offense.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5 quarterback picks up the first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
At the 20-yard line.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
For Deshaun Jackson.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Boys take over 1st and 10. At their own
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the side.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Eagles have recovered.
Carson Wentz sacked.
And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but now it'll be third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And
he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 39 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Throwing on first is Wentz. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it's going to be second down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On first and 10, here's Wentz.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Number 26.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. He's brought down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have moved out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So we've reached half. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.
14.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Don Terry Poe. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Don Terry Poe in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down. From the gun on third down, Wentz in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. On first down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Don Terry Poe, his 2nd sack of the night. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 11.
Shotgun now for Wentz. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Wentz sacked.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And it's Graham here, the one who is still down. And looks like he's in some pain. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd
and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Down behind the line of scrimmage.
Cowboys score. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the night, and the Cowboys have broken the tie. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
So now Wentz and the Eagles down 28-21, 2:19 to play. They need a touchdown to keep their Super Bowl hopes alive as they come up on first down. Throwing is Hurts. Caught by the tight end Hurts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and right by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense. They'll run. It's Sanders. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Flushed out right. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
He's back to throw. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is Tony Pollard. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
To throw is Wentz. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules are the same as they would be in the regular season.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
The ball carrier.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown.
They're going to win it.
And let the celebration begin. In an overtime thriller, they're off to the Super Bowl.
In overtime.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really